Federico. It's a great pleasure to be here today. It's a great pleasure and an honor. I prepared some slide for you today. I will be super fast, so I hope no one will take a big nap. But again, I will be super fast, and I will introduce some new product that we build here, and I'm very happy to have the chance to show you today. Just give me one and two. Oh, only this? Oh, cool. That's it. So let's see if it works. Let's see, number, this way. This way. You know, technology never works when it have to work. This is crazy. I need to put over there. Batteries? Oh, down? Yeah. I'm sorry. Cool. Okay. So what Arduino does, what we do, and what we produce. Arduino is an open source company. It's an open source and open hardware. So it does mean that whatever we produce, hardware and software, we release in our website where you guys can download for the hardware the schematics, the block diagram, the Gerber file, and you can produce the board by yourself. The same thing happened for the software. So we release all the software that we produce in open source and GPL license. Arduino started in 2005 from a student in a very small town in Italy, and was at the Interaction Designer School in Ivrea. The guys that built the first Arduino prototype was Hernando Barragan, and he built a wiring board that you can see here. From this board, we started to develop the Arduino product that are basically, oops, maybe up now. Too fast. Here you go. From that board, we build a full line of product that include a microcontroller board, starter kit, and all the new line of product that you see here are based on Linux. So we have a Linux inside and connectivity. So Arduino is still a very small company. The brand is pretty powerful, but it's a very small company. We run here in Asia. We have our headquarters in Taipei, Taiwan, just 5 minutes walking from here. We have office in Shanghai. We have, of course, office in US, in Boston, San Jose. And in Europe, we are in Italy, where we start up, Germany, Norway, and Spain. The value of our company is really the people that work inside our company and the community that build Arduino around us. So this is a very quick slide where I have my Asian team here, and the people that you see up are the people that build the board in Italy. 90% of our board we still produce in Italy, and 10% we produce in Taipei, Taiwan, so here. So let me talk a little bit about the hardware, then I will move on the software. So on the hardware side, we have three major product lines. We have the board with the microcontroller that you see on the left. We have the board with the Linux inside and connectivity. And we just announced a new product line that we call robotics. This is the braccio, that in Italian means arm. Sorry, braccio is in Italian, arm is in English. And it was the first kit that we built for robotics. So the guys can build this kit and then can put the technology inside that allow the arm to move. So 3 years ago, we decided to build the first board with Linux inside. And we designed this board here in Taipei with two hardware engineers that now are leading the R&D team here in Taiwan, Sam and Tony. And we decided to call it Tian. So that's our way to learn Chinese. So every new product, we put a Chinese name. So when we'll have a couple of thousand products, we'll be able to understand and speak Chinese a little bit. So the Tian was the first product with a microcontroller, the same microcontroller that you can see in the Leonardo board, and has basically connectivity inside. This is the really new one that we just announced the last month. In this case, this board has a 2.4, 5 gigahertz connectivity, Bluetooth, and it's a very interesting board because we was able to connect together basically two microcontrollers. The microcontroller that is a Cortex M0 plus a MIPS, a 9342, and we combine together over USB. The result is basically a board that will be able to consume over less than 10 milliamps and can run with just coins batteries. The Yun, as I mentioned before, was the first product that we built with Linux connectivity. Now we are release 5. We built a new form factor of the Yun that we call Arduino Yun Mini that will allow us to build the board on the breadboard. 2 months ago, we announced the first industrial product that allows our maker to move from the prototype to mass production. So basically, it's a very small module that you can embed it on your product, on your project, and scale for mass production. That is basically the announcement that we are doing today. I mean, Arduino Uno is still our best-selling product. We started 10 years ago, and today I'm very proud and happy to announce that we are able to release the Arduino Uno Wi-Fi. That is the classical Arduino Uno with the Wi-Fi connectivity built in. So you will be able to use the Uno not only by USB cable like you did in the past, but also by Wi-Fi. So mobile phone, cloud, and on the cloud I have a very great announcement and great collaboration with one of the leading companies here in Taiwan. So all our products are able now, when they have a Wi-Fi connectivity, to connect to the cloud. For cloud, we are building an interesting concept. I mean, it's not only to have an infrastructure where you can have the server up and running, but whatever will be on the cloud is something that you can download and build your own cloud at the school or at home or your R&D center. So our solution will be at myarduino.org, and you can download this basically image and build your cloud solution in your schools if you want to teach something with Arduino, or you want to deploy the solution. Of course, will be open source, and then you can eventually also update with new features. That's the braccio that I mentioned to you. That's the real one, and that's the small one is ours. So that's where the idea comes from. So we was able to see a real arm from ABB, and we built just a small prototype that allow you to see how the robotics works. Let me talk a little bit about software. We have basically two lines of product on the software. We have the software development environment, the very well-known Arduino IDE, and we started last year to build a completely cloud solution that we call Arduino Studio that is based on brackets, that is a pretty well-known editor, and so we can have this environment able to up and running on the Windows, Linux, Mac, on the cloud, or even directly on the Linux board that we produce. How we can connect our board to internet, how we can keep this connection very easy and very friendly. 6 months ago, we built a library that we call Arduino Chow, and that's a very funny. We put Chow on the Chinese way. Again, remember, we want to learn Chinese, or whatever we do, we put a Chinese name. So in that way, it was really funny to see that the very well-known way to say hello in Italy, that is Ciao, was also a way to say bridge between two communities. So with Ciao, we can basically build in our sketch a very easy command that allows us to connect the board with the IoT, basically with the cloud. And then you can see we have a partnership with IBM, SparFun, AllJoin, and recently we'll have also, I think I can say, I don't know if there is some Acer guys here, but we are going to have a great partnership with Acer on the Cloud Professor that I will mention in a bit. We have a Linino OS that is our version of Linux inside our board. Basically, Linino is a short name of Linux. In Italian, everything that's Ino means short, so Linino means small Linux that we have up and running in our board. And we build an interesting new operating system inside the microcontroller that we call it Linino IO. So basically, with this small operating system, we are able to export all the signal of the microcontroller directly on the Linux file system. So you don't need to write code on the microcontroller anymore, but if you have some expertise on Linux, you can work just at the user space at the Linux level. And we call it Lightning I/O. This is really the first snapshot. We didn't release yet. Is something that we call Arduino OS. That will be a full operating system that will be up and running on the browser when you connect your browser to the Arduino boards. It's the same concept that you have on the Google Chrome. Everything will be open source. It's JavaScript based, and that will allow you to have even, let's say, easier way to connect your browser, whatever it will be, on the phone, on the mobile, on your computer, on our board that will be connected on internet, so it should be everywhere. And we call it Arduino OS. I think I have just 5 minutes, so the last 2 slides are on the Arduino Foundation. 6 months ago, we created the Arduino Foundation. Arduino Foundation is basically a no-profit organization where Arduino is one of the primary founders. And the goal about the foundation is to have a no-profit organization that can help the community to grow using the Arduino technology. So we are supporting the software developer, we are supporting the hardware developer, and most important, we are supporting the teacher that want to teach Arduino. If we support in a very easy way, we can ship the product for free, we can have a special contract, so we can pay some effort for the software development, for example, for people that write library for Arduino, for people that produce some shield using the Arduino technology, and for the teacher, for the school and the university that are teaching Arduino in their class. That was thanks to this program, we was able to set up a couple of Arduino labs inside some university in US, in Russia, in Italy, and we hope we'll be able to have a program like that up and running in Taiwan as soon as possible as well. This is a very interesting example about a collaboration from Arduino and a very, very big name, I would say giant in the IT industry, Acer. So we was able to make an agreement with Acer and specific on the Cloud Professor. So the Cloud Professor program from Acer will be based on one of our Arduino board, and we hope that we'll be able to have even more partnership with them and with the Taiwanese school system. If you need more information, this is our website. I want to say thank you for your help and support. Thanks a lot.